We began at Mount Sinai, which was big, it was powerful, it was a glorious thing, but wasn't going to give the answer. It was a cup. But what happened the same day, the anniversary of that day of Sinai, centuries later, on that same day that God gave the law, according to the calculation, came the day of Pentecost when God gave the Spirit. What was the law? Was the cup. On the same day, God gave the water, literally, the Spirit of God, to fill the cup. And he wasn't going to have them leave without getting filled first. You need something. You just can't go out and try to do ministry. You need the Spirit of God. And he doesn't want any of you leaving home without it, or fighting your battle without it, or living your life without his own Spirit. Live in the Spirit, and what does the Bible say? If I live in the Spirit, I will not fulfill the desires of the flesh. It doesn't say, let me try not to. It says, if I live by the Spirit, I will not fulfill them. How do you overcome sin? What's the opposite of sin? What's the opposite of evil? God is. You can only overcome sin ultimately by the presence of the living God. And the other thing it says, what does it say in Philippians? It says, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say, rejoice. And he says, this is a what? A safeguard for you. The joy of the Lord is what? Your strength. Let your heart, one of the things is that, you talk about the positive, you were dealing with all these things, get into the joy of the Lord. The more you get into the joy of the Lord, the more you will be able to turn down any other pleasure. And whatever is in the world, you've got something better. You've got the joy of the Lord. You see, God didn't come all the way down here from heaven and all the way to Bethlehem and all the way to your life so that you would live as if he didn't. You have to live as if he did. We already have the law. We already know what's right. We got that. We have a conscience. We know that. But that's not the power. This is an awesome, totally powerful, amazing way to live to overcome. It goes against totally the way we think. But then the way we think leaves us still worrying, still depressed, still caring what people think, still all these things. But your entire salvation is based on this principle, and your entire victory is also based on it. We were not saved because of Mount Sinai. We were saved because of Bethlehem and then Calvary. Our salvation is not based on getting sin out. Yes, that is crucial. Yes, we need to repent. Yes, we need to put it aside. But that's not where the power comes to do that. Our salvation is not about what's going out. Our salvation is first about what's coming in, is letting God in. The name of Messiah is not that we don't have these things to deal with. The name of the Messiah is that even no matter what's going on in our life, we've got something much more powerful to overcome all things, and that is God is with us. That means love is with us. Blessing is with us. Hope is with us. God is with us. Power is with you. Victory is with you, is with me. Fill up on the Spirit and you will overcome the flesh. Fill up on the blessing, you'll overcome all curses. You won't have to worry about, you won't have to have a list of all curses. You fill up on the blessing, you'll overcome it. You'll overcome fear. Fill up on his love, you'll overcome selfishness. You won't have to be saying, okay, how do I stop? You're just going to be so filled with love, you're not going to be selfish. Fill up on the joy of the Lord and you'll overcome all temptation. Fill up on the positive, you'll overcome the positive of God, you'll overcome the negative of the world. I don't want you spending your life thinking about pink elephants. You don't have to. But now you got to get this out of your head now. I told you how. I gave you the answer. For that and everything else, apply this key, the amazing, actually, totally salvation key, the EPHRATAH equation. Fill up more and more and more and more with all the blessings that God has given you to fill up with. His love, and fill up with his beauty and his goodness and his power and his glory and his presence and his radiance, and you will overcome the world.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA.